Do you want a fantasy series that is literally going to change your life? If you should read The Realm of Gracelings by Kristen Cashore. Okay, so hi guys, I'm Flora-Lani Fletcher. I am a reader, a writer, and a lover of a good book. And y'all, if you haven't read this series, you should. Oh my god. Do you love characters that have like agency and flaws that are at the forefront, but yet they are still so lovable and believable and root forable? If you do, you guys, you must read this series. Okay, so I'm going to show you the rest of the books because all of the cover art is gorgeous and each book in and of itself is like a self-contained story. And then they all come together and okay, I'm going to try and keep this as no spoilery as I can. But yes, so the first book is Graceling and we follow this protagonist. Her name is Katza and she has a skill in which she can, well, I don't know if I want to spoil this, so if you do not want a spoiler, skip ahead like 10 seconds. Basically, she has a skill where she can kill anybody, like anybody, and that is her thing. And throughout the entire book, right, she's grappling with whether she is a monster or a real person. Like, if her power has just corrupted her entire soul, or if she is still in and of herself, if she can still even be a good person. So, if you have ever felt that way about yourself, where you are not totally sure of your own morality and whether you are like still a good person regardless of what you've done, this book, man, y'all, it broke my heart. And it is, there's a love interest in this story that is just, I don't want to give it away, but I love him so much. Like, if you are craving a love interest that is empowering and flawed and human, but oh my god, so lovable, you should read this one. Okay, but on that same track, we're going to the next one, which, oh no, I put these out of order. This is Fire by Kristen Cashore. And again, y'all, this cover art, but y'all, Fire is literally a monster. And when you read this book, you will know what I mean by that. But she is like such a gentle and soft soul. And all I want to do is protect her because if you have been in a scenario where your entire worth has been based on how you look, you will understand her. And Fire is just, she's just trying her best in a world that is beating her down. And there's some commentary, guys, where in the world that we live in, it's really relatable. I'll be real. And this book is just so moving on a human level. You got to read this. This is up there as far as the series goes with my favorites. Okay. I could talk forever on these books. But our next one is Bitter Blue. And y'all, if political intrigue is your thing, you need to read this book, y'all. Bitter Blue. Okay, so we have actually previously in the series met this character, and oh my god, talking about a traumatic backstory. I'm gonna try not to spoil it, but it follows her. And guys, again, with characters we just want to protect, but they also claim agency for themselves, and they will do whatever it takes to do the right thing. And like, okay, I don't want to give it away. But y'all, the use of tiny details in this book, like foreshadowing tiny details, it blew me away. And when I tell you that the end of this book had me flipping the absolute heck out, I think I had to take like a couple days to calm down before I could read the next book. And then I did, in fact, demolish the next book. But speaking of that one, we have Winter Keep. And this book was really interesting because it talks a lot about, what's the term? Inequity. It talks a lot about people from very different situations having very different power. And in Winter Keep, we are following a character whose family has a lot of power. And I will say, guys, this whole series has a number of darker themes, but like in this one, there's some family themes that are pretty Well, okay, no. The whole series has some family themes that are pretty dang intense. I'm gonna be so real with you. But, like, some of the stuff in this one was a little bit well, again, the whole series is pretty intense, but this one had some more relatable intensity of family dynamics, I would say. So just girls, sorry, I have 2 dogs. Girls, thank you. I love you, but you gotta chill. Thank you. Okay. So, last book. And y'all, actually, the funny story is this book got me into the series. I saw this cover art and went, well, I guess I'm buying the whole thing now. But y'all, okay, Sea Sparrow. Now, again, on Kristen Kashore's ability to create extremely nuanced, extremely, like, flawed, but also lovable characters, this one was it for me. I loved the entire book. I loved all the perspectives that we got. I loved the tale of survival, because this book is, oh my God, is it a tale of survival? Again, the whole series has kind of that theme, but for this particular character, if you are sensitive to kind of like dark, traumatic, specific instances, I would just be aware that those are in this book very, very, very blatantly. But like, you guys, I would highly recommend this entire series because Kristen Cashore rapidly became one of my favorite authors. For me, the modern favorite authors for me are Kristen Cashore and Samantha Shannon. I think their character development and their world building and the diversity of their stories without like, I would say overusing tropes, because I don't mind a trope here and there. It's like seasoning, right? But it can't be the whole meat of your meal. The balance is like culinary 5 stars with this series. So if you have not read The Realm of Gracelings by Kristen Cashore, I highly recommend you get yourself out of your reading slump, or girls, or you engage with it as quickly as you can. I am almost 100% sure you will fall in love with them as fast as I did. But again, guys, Flora-Lani Fletcher, stay empathetic, guys. Be lifelong learners. Bye.